So they're the dual matte ones, but they're two color. So the insides are bronze and the outsides are green. But they're orange.
They look different. I don't know. I feel about the tone on them.
Okay, seems like we're in mulligans here. Mulligan to 6 for Ed. Mulligan to 6 for Alec. Looks like both players mull to 6. Okay. Underground C. Ponder. Good start. Daniel has arrived in the chat. This text in the bottom right of the screen is always jumping around. I don't get... Something's broken. Alright, so Ponder finishes resolving. I saw a Brazen Borrower in Ed's hand. That could come in handy. I don't know if the player sat down knowing what they were up against here. That's Yavimaya Expedition Map. Okay. Fozen has arrived. Says, sup Chris, my new deck Doomsday Depths been getting complaints at my LGS lately. Listen, if the local meta is complaining about Doomsday Depths, there's a lot going on there. Life in a Loam Chosen is the only non-land card, unfortunately, for Ed to choose. Boseiju Saga Thespian Stage. How dare you brew a deck? Expiration on the stack after playing an Urza Saga. Thespian Stage up next. Exploration, pretty good. Expedition Map on standby. Could potentially find Dark Depths. We know Ed has Brazen Borrower in hand. It might be a good time to keep it handy. There's already a Life Rune Loam in the graveyard, so Alec did not cast Loam. Just keeping that Expedition mana available. Expedition Map. Pretty good for this situation. Undercity Sewers left a card on top. Now Ed with a Brainstorm. Aware that Marit Lage could be coming soon. Ramalito with a great question. Is lands the most skilled technical deck in Legacy? Okay, there are a few ways you can think about that. Wasteland on Saga here. Okay, so Wasteland could disrupt making a Marit Lage, but use it on Saga. Alec is going to crack the map. Another Wasteland and Brazen Borrower in hand for Ed. That's Dark Depths. Back to the question from Ramalito. Lands is up there. Most skilled technical deck in Legacy. I think there are decks that maybe take a bit more gold fishing and research, like Doomsday. I think a lot of the decks that don't run Ponder, Brainstorm, Force of Will, decks like Maverick, Cradle Control come to mind. I'm talking more about fair decks in the fairest sense. You better know what the heck you're doing. You need some background knowledge, the deeper the better, on Legacy, what its metagame looks like. Knight of the Reliquary decks can be really high skill ceiling to rewarding ratio or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Point says tempo decks still have a very high ceiling. Yeah, I think sometimes people think that like Daze Tempo Force of Will decks are just you can autopilot them to victory or something, but there's a high ceiling there as well. Wasteland on Yavimaya this time. Trying to bait it. Alec is going to make Marilage and lose 3 lands in play. And this might be time for Petty Theft. There are very few decks in Legacy, though, like that I feel you can hand to a brand new player and for them to have success. All right, Petty Theft on Merit Lage. Accidentally revealed a ninja there. Merit Lage is gone. That was a pretty big hit against lands. Red Stompy might be one of the best decks that you can hand to a newer player to the format and have them do all right with. But even decks like that, understanding how the other decks function could matter a lot in your success. You know, skimming through Magic the Gathering, social media in general, and, you know, in this case, we're talking about Legacy. All right, Kaito getting ninjutsu'd in here. And then 0 on its loyalty abilities. But, people talk about decks like Oops. Like, you can just know nothing, be handed the deck, never seen it before, and go undefeated because the deck is broken or something like that. Personally, I just reject all those kinds of statements. It's just ridiculous. It's just not true at all.
So you got the 2 combos on the Yavimaya.
Guess Ramalito's question sparked a whole conversation, but maybe I gave the long version of my answer, but the short version is a lot of decks reward deep knowledge of the format and can be, depending on how far you push it, skill intensive. Like, you could just not know what you're doing and take random game actions. You could have like a RNG game action generator, play through an event and go undefeated potentially, right? I mean, hypothetically that could happen. Kaito continuing to swing. Sphere of Resistance now on the battlefield. Sphere of Resistance maybe re-entering some of the lands lists in the Marvel superheroes meta. The Fantasticar still on people's minds when registering decks right now. Wasteland on Yavimaya. Murktide. All right, so Ed definitely has the offense up and running. With Alec at 11, under enormous pressure right now. Looks like it's going to be a 6-6 Murktide. Jerry Dice has arrived. Dredging Loam, looking for help. Thespian Stage. Casting Loam does cost 1 extra. That hurts a little bit, maybe. Gets Dark Depths. Gets Saga. Looks like they're both getting played. Maybe not, maybe not. So Yavimaya gets played. Saga gets played. Dark Depths stays in hand. The positioning threw me off for a moment.
Isn't this land drop return? Because you had 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
You had Yavimaya, I wasted that.
Right.
And then you played this.
The Wasteland team.
Those 3 for the...
All right, heads up from Ed here, just keeping track of land drops. Keep track of land drops, everybody. Not just yours, also your opponents. And Alex scoops it up. Jerry Dice, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that. Jerry's always showing up and holding us down. We appreciate you, Jerry. 2 explorers. Yeah. All right, turn 1 exploration, getting Force of Will this time. Pitching Brainstorm. Exploration, often a card you want to counter. Someone earlier was asking about, it was Ramalito asking about skill-intensive decks. And, you know, you hand somebody Dimir Tempo. Are they sure that in whatever situation that they should counter exploration? It takes some reps. It maybe doesn't come obvious which spells you're supposed to counter. I know when I was new to Legacy, my first deck was Reanimator. I did win some games because I went Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, and Tomb, right? But I lost a lot of matches because I didn't know what I was doing. Hype Train just started, by the way. And our sub goal was completed. Jerry's leading us as the gift leader. Gift sub leader. Boost us on the Twitch by subbing right now, gifting a sub, or cheering some bits. Let's get some more people in here. Watching some Paper Legacy. That's a Thespian stage. Traz loses a lot of matches, and I know what I'm doing. You know, this game is hard as heck. We had many live streams with goofy errors. Wasteland getting responded to by a crop rotation. Sacking the Thespian stage. Dark Depths, okay. I personally have seen, like, some of our... In person, I've seen some of our game's greatest players, especially in the Legacy world, some of our greatest Legacy players, make goofy mistakes at competitive events. Seen it with my own eyes. Sometimes it happened on camera, and you all saw it as well. That's the nature of this game. Yeah, casting Entomb is now definitely a violation. So Dark Depths on the battlefield, no Thespian stage, but Ed has to be careful here. Up a game, Nethergoyf has 2 power, it looks like. Yavimaya, Boseiju, Dark Depths are the lands right now on the land side. Choke resolves. Ouch. Now, going back to the beginning of this game, Force of Will on Expiration. Not having counter magic for a card like Choke later. I'm not saying countering Expiration was wrong, but these are considerations that, you know, the Dimir Tempo player could have in those opening turns. What card am I losing to? Oh, Ed left. Ed saw Choke on the other side of the battlefield and decided that's enough. Not sure what happened just now. Maze of If is on the battlefield now for Alec as well. Yeah, I think Ed just rage quit, everybody. Up a game and everything. Nope, he's back.
I haven't played Legacy.
Nope.
I think Ed maybe had a judge question or something. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
No blocks.
No blocks. Aware that Ed might try to ninjutsu Kaito.
Um, yeah, I'm trying to get these phases down right. So it's no blocks, and then priority goes to you. If you Kaido and man, does he have hexproof on your turn? He does. Okay.
So you couldn't.
So I can't do it anyway.
You couldn't
Okay.
mace the Kaido.
So that's
So
yeah.
before we go to blockers, you'll try to do this. I'm assuming.
No, before damage. I'm gonna say. Yeah, because either way, you're bleeding the Kaido, right? You can still Kaido even if I maze it, because it's still attacking. But I guess it's.
Okay, so I think what they're trying to discuss here is at what point can you maze a Vith Netherglyph so you can't Kaito? How do I explain this? So the status of not being blocked, right, happens after the declare blockers or during the declare blockers step, and that's when they usually ninjutsu in Kaito. Usually not after damage, right? So if you do it during declare attackers, they can't ninjutsu because it wasn't not blocked. Looks like Marilade just showing up, and that is the game.
Has a backyard and shit, so like have people over and.
Did that make sense? Did I explain that well enough? I feel like I didn't, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you have no idea what just happened.
I mean, it was against a Versus Saga, so. Oh, with the.
Game 3, Multi 6 for Ed on the play. Misty Rainforest passed. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Hype train complete.
Yeah, so it was. The thing was, I wasn't sure if it was like what it was like actual Affinity or not. So.
Saga, Mox Diamond. Discarding Odawara. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Next lesson, layers. You know, we might have to do it.
This match, with the power of this match, I thought it was a really interesting match because the fact was like I find a lot of ways.
Alright, so Malevolent Rumble puts a spawn on the battlefield. Wasteland on the Saga. Ed's been going after those Sagas. This is another one of those things where, you know, understanding the matchup, understanding where things can go wrong, getting enough reps. Does a newer player understand that you should, if you're going to compare Ed's plays here to, well, another Wasteland on Saga, is a newer player going to understand the value of Wastelanding Urza Saga there? Maybe not. Ed's already behind in this game? Maybe. Now a Wasteland on the Ghost Quarter actually on the island. Ouch.
Got anyway.
One more thing.
Elephant grass.
You can't attack the Tommy on the street too.
Okay, I don't think we've seen elephant grass on stream in quite a long time. Ed's in trouble. Cumulative upkeep 1. Yeah, the Mirage art. Is it Mirage or Visions, that card? I think it's Mirage, right? Doesn't really matter. It is a strange card. Will it be reprinted in the Zalfir set? We'll see. Yeah, I think a Tabernacle would be lights out here.
Two.
Yeah, Elephant Grass might be Visions. Dark with a great question. Why didn't he search up a basic? Oh, well, I mean, sometimes they only have the one basic island. So maybe he doesn't have another basic. That is a possibility. 6 cards in hand for Ed, kind of stuck. That's Thespian Stage on the land side. We saw Swamps from last game. Oh, you're right. Oh, maybe it's in Ed's hand? Drop of honey?
Yep.
So he would do like small snacks and then do like a big dinner after the fact. And it was like, hey, you're eating
Ouch!
God.
obviously the best case scenario. This is not healthy, like not eating.
Seven, good.
Well, drop of honey kills Tamio. Elephant grass goes away. Malevolent rumble.
3 in hand?
Yep.
Force of negation on malevolent rumble. Pitching a brainstorm. Is the main mechanic of the Zalfir set going to be cumulative upkeep, chat? And phasing? Is it just going to be Mirage remastered? What other Mirage block stuff do they have to bring back?
So you have to eat like, I'll speak myself in the first meeting.
Okay, brainstorm getting wastelanded in response.
The thing with Carpso is that basically like energy is just regular moderation.
Thespian stage is on Alex's side along with Yava Maya. A Dark Depths could be game. That's another wasteland. Doctor with a question about Drop of Honey. Haven't seen it until Fantasticar showed up. Yeah, that's a good point. It has showed up recently, in deck list. Oh, there's the basic swamp. Maybe it was still in the deck. All right, maybe the Ghost Quarter situation earlier was a goof. Jarvis is here. Says drop doesn't seem good to me in most places. But I was beginning to say I've seen Drop of Honey like in various deck list dumps I've seen, and it feels pretty recent. But I'm not really sure why that is. It's a great question from Doctor. I don't know if it has anything to do with the Fantastic card specifically. Might be more because of energy and stuff like that. Might just be coincidence. Unless Ed was floating that basic swamp in hand for a while, waiting for a creature to cast so that it doesn't get ghost quartered. There's another choke. That's just brutal.
Fucking odd one, huh?
Yeah, Jarvis is right. The Drop of Honey against energy just takes too long to clear out everything once they start making cat tokens and all that. I agree. I just don't know why Drop of Honey is on the rise. I don't know. There is also in the Legacy world, people, some of our viewers primarily play Standard, Pauper, Modern, whatever. In the Legacy world, there's a lot of just like, I'm copying this 75. I don't fully understand why these 15 cards are in the sideboard, and they just continue playing without really ever figuring it out, kind of thing. That seems common in the Legacy world. Okay, looks like a surgical's getting fired off here. on Thespian Stage. That's a win con getting removed. Talon Gates of Madara, Disruptor Flute, Mox Diamond, Beseiju looks like the hand.
Oh,
He's still popular in Germany. I don't get it.
Twilight on a 5-stream streak. Thanks for being here.
I did shuffle.
Draw.
That would actually work. Yeah. Yeah.
Drop of Honey, from what I remember in Legacies of Past, was good against decks like Delver that just put like one creature on the battlefield and tried to protect it and swing for victory. But also like Reanimator-y stuff. You know, I'm going to put some nutty creature on the battlefield and attack with it, and then I'm going to win. Progenitus, stuff like that, yeah. Was it bad versus Reanimator? Why was it bad versus Reanimator? Drop of Honey. Let's get the text up on the screen so everybody understands it one more time. Reanimator just bounced all your stuff with Tide Spout? Yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot about Tide Spout Torrent. Anyway, decks with one creature on the battlefield was my point. Was more common back then. And Drop of Honey would be effective against that. Was the point I was trying to make. Maybe Reanimator being an exception then.
No. Oh, no. You're good. I'm sorry, but I thought you were thinking about what's the name.
No, I'm sorry. What's the law? Sure.
Oh, it was also good against True Name Nemesis, wasn't it? Wasn't Drop of Honey good against True Name? You know, upkeep. Destroy the creature with the least... Yeah, because you just choose the creature. Anyway, getting stuck on that.
Go ahead.
I mean, do we He-Man, right? Yeah.
So Force the Will,
No,
right?
I'm saying the cards. Isn't there-
Force the Negation. Sure. Go.
All right, Force of Will and Force of Negation being named by the flutes.
Yeah, I would want to get Skeletor. As long as it's appropriately polarized. Because, like, because then you have He-Man, and then there's what else there is? There was fun.
Dark Depths on the board, but Thespian Stage was surgical, don't forget. It's been removed from the match. Game 3. Dark Depths. Gonna have a hard time making a Marrow later, that's for sure. Alec's life total is now 5. Getting beat down by this Nethergoyf. You know what card Alec needs right now? Drop of Honey. He needs Drop of Honey right now. That card seems good. Another choke. Doesn't really do a lot. Undercity Sewer Surveil. That thing's not on tapping. 3 power on the Ed. 3 power on the... 3 power on the Nethergoyf. Excuse me. Entered in explosives on 0. Yikes.
What is for the fifth?
All right, blows up both Mox Diamonds, loses an Underground Sea.
Yes.
GG. Ed gets it. Concession.
Yeah, that's what we did there on Saturday as well. 5 rounds. Cut the top 4. So I think that's usually one of the options for those kind of smaller events. So 4 rounds, cut the top 4. Probably would have been fine too. To be honest.
Okay, on the left we have Dave Kaplan on Affinity, and on the right we have Herman on Cephalid Breakfast. Hype Train Conductor Jerry is ready. Looks like some mulligans have happened. I was starting to panic a little bit with the glitch that was going on. 2 cards on the bottom for Dave. Herman kept 7. Floodstrand pass. Don't know if the player sat down knowing what they were up against. Should be interesting. 2 of our top local players for sure. Urz's Bauble. Take a look. Loki, God of Mischief, revealed. We've had some questions come up in recent months about Urz's Bauble and how it is supposed to resolve. There was an error on stream a couple of months back about resolving Urz's Bauble. And a YouTube commenter left a comment of a ruling that makes it easy to understand, I guess. At least for me. And it said, I'm paraphrasing, but it said something like, you can always look at the cards in your hand. So your opponent getting to view the cards. I already messed up the explanation. The point is, you always are able to see the cards in your hand. Your hand is always known information. So if your opponent chooses one of those cards to view, you would know which one it was because you don't ever stop seeing your own hand. Does that make sense? That's not what the ruling said, but that is my paraphrasing version of it. Anyway, cantrips are happening. Urza Saga is on the board. I did a really bad job explaining that, but hopefully that was a little bit helpful. But it's something we've gotten questions about a bunch of times, and hopefully that was a little bit helpful. All right, so Urza Saga is now on both sides of the battlefield. Urza Saga ticks up on Dave's side, Ancient Tomb. The chat seems confused. Constructs could start showing up. Urza Saga ticks up on Herman's side. All right, making a construct. There's the construct. Which construct token is that? Wait a second. Is that legal? Another construct.
I'll just make one up. Sure.
All right, Herman, a little heads up here, making a construct in case Needle comes in. Are those non-approved tokens? I honestly don't know. Are those sanctioned tokens? Saga searching here. PP says I don't see those on Scryfall. I don't know where they're from. I never saw those constructs before. And I honestly don't know if they're real or if they're like fan-made or something. It looks like the power toughness thing is blank and they don't have an ability. So they're definitely not the correct token for Urza Saga. But anyway. Herman has the correct token. Ancient Tomb number 2. Mox Opal is live. The Fantasticar has arrived. Fantasticar resolves, attacking with a 4/4 construct. Herman's construct's only a 1/1. Passes it back. Herman's Saga reaches chapter 3. Looks like we're going to float a mana and search. Is it clear to Kaplan right now that he's up against Cephalid Breck? Well, I said that too soon. Or too late, because Shuko was just found. But prior to that search, was it clear? Probably. But now with Shuko, it is definitely clear. So let's see if Cephalid Illusionist shows up. Brainstorm. Cantrippin might be looking for combo. The Fantasticar is on the other side of the battlefield, but doesn't seem too harmful right now. That could change. Kaplan does have a lot of power on the battlefield, though. In total. Underground Sea. Uh-oh. The Cephalid Breakfast deck can combo out of nowhere sometimes. Is this one of those times? Ponder. Still looking around. Cephalid Illusionist has hit the stack, folks. Force pitching Thought Monitor. It's countered.
I'll pass turn.
All right, passing the turn back to Kaplan, who has 2 4/4 constructs, and the Fantasticar could become a 4/4 flyer. At minimum. Thoughtcast. I like it. I love Thoughtcast. Fantasticar looks like it's a creature now. I cast quite a few Thoughtcasts when it was in Standard. Played that Standard format quite a bit back in the day. Urza's Bauble. Swinging for 12. Construct's going to have to chump. Take 8. It must be really old. You know, I'm cooked, chat. Urza's Bauble, take a look. Reveals an Undercity Sewers. There could still be a big turn here for Herman. But it's go time here. We can't pass the turn, really. Okay, there's Loki, God of Mischief. Gonna equip it with Shuko to draw a card. Then a Surveil. Nomads and Core. Another combo card. Pass the turn. Staying alive, I guess. That was an option. Two sad chump blocks was also an option that Herman had here. Okay, casting another Fantasticar. To activate the first. Okay. One spell so far. Is Kaplan debating sacking the Fantasticar? Not really sure what's happening. Two chump blockers on Herman's side are probably doomed. Like Doctor Doom.
Blocks here. I'm gonna redirect the next 10 damage that will go to something with Loki. Trigger to draw him. Sure.
Alright, the Nomads plus Loki combo. Loki's gonna die, Nomads will live. Herman goes to 1. Herman has one more turn. I guess I said Herman had one more turn last turn, but he could jump block, survive. Emery finds Mox Opal, Fantasticar, Lotus Petal. Not sure what happened here.
That's fine.
I appreciate that.
Okay, didn't have to pay with Ancient Tomb. Urza's Saga also gets dumped in the yard. Passed a turn. I know Kaplan borrowed a few cards for this deck, so we're in like the very early stages of figuring out how this works. Ooh, Cephalid Illusionist off the top, it seems. And we're going to mill the library, targeting Cephalid Illusionist over and over. Did Herman just steal this one? This is the Cephalid combo. So you mill the whole library, some Narcomoebas enter, Flashback Dread Return. Thassa's Oracle win the game. High Train Conductor Jerry appreciating everything that's going on. Alright, Cabal Therapy first. Name Force of Will reveals 2 Kappa Cannoneers. There's the Dread Return for Thassa's Oracle. Doesn't seem like Kaplan has any way to do anything about it. Just going to take a look through the remaining cards, and Herman steals game 1, it looks like. Cephalid Breakfast. What about the car, Chad? Frickin' car. Should have cast Emery before the attack. Maybe.
Good luck.
All right, Herman up a game. Kaplan snap kept 7. Mishra's Bauble. Seed of the Synod. Emery, turn 1. Pretty good. Force of Will pitching Narcomoeba. Brainstorm on top of the deck. Viewed by that Mishra's Bauble. Pass the turn. So 2 things I want to make clear to everybody and teach everybody right now. Number 1, Emery, Lurker of the Loch, is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. That's number 1. And number 2, we're going to the Noctis plane next year, and it has been revealed that there are no flying creatures in the set because we're underwater, like the world that The Little Mermaid lived in before she went on land or whatever. And I have a big prediction, everybody, for the Noctis set. Are you ready for my big prediction? Spoiler alert. No flying, but the set is going to have seahorses with horsemanship. You heard it here first. Here's a brainstorm.
Yeah.
There's another Emery on the battlefield, by the way.
Nah, there's a whole thing going on.
Next year, you can tell me I'm right. And that I saw it coming way in advance. And thank me.
Go ahead.
Alright, this is my piece.
High Train Conductor Jerry can't believe it.
Yep.
right, so Emery will cast a Mishra's Bauble from the graveyard.
Oh, Derek is like cheating. And it was like, I'm not like that. And so I decided I'm gonna play along with it.
Yeah, Herman missing land drops after Brainstorm. Herman scoops it up. Okay, Herman realizes his bad situation, and we're moving on to game 3. That was kind of perfect timing of the scoop.
Okay.
All right, fetching. Nomads and core. Good start. We were talking a little bit earlier on today's stream about players new to the legacy format and heuristic stuff, I guess. And Brainstorm Lock, I think that can happen to you. You better be ready. Tormod's Crypt, pretty good. Kaplan starts the game with 3 0-mana artifacts. A Mox, a Lotus. Folks, who the hell is designing these freaking cards?
Yep.
Turn 1 Thoughtcast. Yeah, you're supposed to play the car first, yeah. What a misplay.
Oh man, I was stressing that. Probably. It worked out. It did.
Looks like that Urza's Bauble has a stamp on it of some kind. Very interesting. Emery, Lurker of the Lock, Mox Opal, Mishra's Bauble. Looks like another Mox Opal and an Urza's Saga. Pre-modern stamp? Oh, God. Ancient Tomb. Okay. Urza's Bauble's going to take a look. Cephalid Illusionist. Okay. Looking pretty good for Herman. Has the combo. There's a Tormod's Crypt on the battlefield, but
Just
there are ways. Lavinia Azorius Renegade on the stack. I love this card. Lavinia can be pretty disruptive against a deck trying to cast free spells. Force of Will, pitching Sink into Stupor. Lavinia countered. Leave Cephalid Illusionist in hand. Was it bait, chat? Herman does have to figure out how to get around Tormod's Crypt, but with the breakfast deck, that can be done. It can be done. It's hard sometimes, but you can beat stuff like that. What will Herman's method be? I'm not sure.
I know, I agree. It's really crazy.
blue, close, floating, harbinger.
Harbinger of the Seas. That kind of hurts. Still have access to blue mana. I see Urza's Saga in hand for Herman right now. Harbinger, a little annoying. There's a Brainstorm. What a strange game. Yeah, this one's been interesting.
I'll sack to
I see a prismatic ending in hand right now for Herman. That is a big reason why this Harbinger of the Seas is really disruptive right now. Ponder shuffle for Herman. Doesn't need the combo, needs a way to beat Tormod's Crypt and maybe now also Harbinger as well, potentially.
With secrets of fixating, where it's always where it used to be where it always started on one, and now because it doesn't have that ability or something, I don't know.
Yeah, players talking about Urza's Saga right now not having a chapter counter on it. So I didn't realize that they updated the rules again. I had a big dramatic argument with the judge at FNM. No, I'm just kidding. But I spoke to the judge at FNM who does like some larger events at. But anyway, now that Urza's Saga under a Blood Moon or Harbinger enters with no counters on it. And I didn't realize that. I thought it would still enter with a counter, but that was a change for Secrets of Strixhaven. So it's a couple of months old now. I just didn't know. Light Taker says been watching tons of 90s MTG on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, but also make sure you don't miss our live streams. Make sure you're in our Discord. Make sure you're following our Twitch channel. And make sure you're here for the real show, you know? Like, when you're watching later on YouTube, you're, like, experiencing 46% of the fun, you know?
Much less scary now.
Thanks for being here. And if you're watching it live, hit follow as well. We're here a couple times a week usually, streaming some Paper Legacy, talking about all the big topics of the Magic world, teaching everyone all the skills they need to make it to the World Championship.
Yep.
The mana of the breakfast deck has always been a weakness. That's true. That's true. It is a weakness in the deck you can definitely exploit. Herman seems to need white mana. Can't find it.
Go ahead.
ZKG wondering if I can convince my friends at Wizards of the Coast to get Legacy to replace Pioneer in the Pro Tour rotation. I would not be for that, first of all. I know you're kidding around, but I would be a no for that. But I think large Legacy events are fun. Competitive Legacy events are fun. And one thing you could watch out for, which is basically the same thing as a Legacy Pro Tour, is the 90s MTG Open. The next one is in October. You see how I turned that into a plug? Keep an eye on our Discord for announcements on that. Tickets, etc. October in NYC. Be there. All right. Fantasticar plus a bunch of 0 drops. And Herman basically locked out of the game by that Harbinger. Had the removal needed to combo off around Tormod's Crypt. GG. GG. Okay. All right, getting ready to go, diving in.
I think so. I played Roland on Is It last round and it felt really one-sided.
All right, getting ready to go. I'm on the left with Boros, Alec on the right with Demir. Harry says the prizes at the highest level need to be way more. I agree. I completely agree. Ramalito says, can you recall the last pro player you faced in a tournament? Last pro player I faced in a tournament.
Forgot what all my cards do. Unbelievable.
because you know, we show them on this channel pretty regularly. There are players that have played on the Pro Tour recently, like within the last couple of months that I've played against. One card on the bottom for Alec. But I don't know if that's really what the question you're asking is. Yeah, Jacob at FNM, exactly. I did play against Reed Duke, but that was a while ago. Elegant Parlor getting fetched on my side after a turn 1 Tameo. Our friend Jeff also played on the most recent Pro Tour, or the one before the most recent Pro Tour. We also had a Pro Tour competitor on stream recently, Brady, within the last couple of weeks, or maybe that was months ago, actually. Played on the Pro Tour that just happened. So, you know, I don't know. I guess it depends how you want to interpret the question. So Caracas gets wastelanded. Tameo comes back. Here's Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. It gets dazed, though. Pretty good start here for Alec. Attacking with Tameo, making a clue. Nice clue token.
Yeah.
I did technically vote for myself in the poll. So before every round, some people watch this later and they don't understand how this all works. Before every round, the Twitch chat votes which match we watch, and I get to vote as well. And I voted for my own match because it was losing the poll. I just vote for whatever's losing the poll, I was saying. And then it won the poll. So now it looks like I rigged it. Swords on Tameo. Let's go. Sand Scout. I like this card a lot. TBH, a big reason why I'm playing this deck right now is because of Sand Scout. I just like the card a lot. I'm just such a fan.
Good.
I'm not joking, by the way. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, like if you fetch, it doesn't move.
Yeah, Sand Scout is only my lands. Once a turn, if a land dies on my side, I get a 1/1 red, green, white Sand Warrior. So it's fun with fetches and wastelands, and Lazatep Quarry is also in the deck, which we'll get to if it comes up. A Johnny. Well, held an answer for a Johnny. Force pitching force. Johnny is countered. All right, I'm offering the attack here. The fetch. we were just talking about how Sand Scout works, and then Alec fetch, and I was like, thinking I get a scout, and then we're like, wait a second, we just finished explaining that you do not.
Lying on the floor, you would be standing there waiting patiently.
With this deck, all right, so surprise Bowmaster. With this deck, there are often so many triggers to keep track of that sometimes I'm like remembering triggers that aren't even there. So Bowmaster successfully took out my Sand Scout. I wasn't too worried about it. I was aware that that was a possibility. Nethergoyf, Wasteland from Alec.
Yep.
Then a Tameo. Sometimes with this deck, you're happy to get a Bowmaster out of the way so you can start doing Ocelot Prides and stuff like that safely. Guide of Souls up next.
Static Prison. I'll choose this.
Okay, Static Prison exiles Tamio. Static Prison is a card I like.
Go ahead. Chris. What's up? Oh, he'll do it. He got it. Yep.
Alright, Kraken a Clue has a Nethergoyf and a Bowmaster. Attack for 3, accept the 3.
Yep.
So I got 2 energy right now, Guide of Souls on the battlefield. 1 card in hand. Technically, the Static Prison, you pay the energy after the draw. So you could see what you drew first. I did that a little wrong.
Bombardment.
Goblin Bombardment. Card's pretty nasty. Bombardment, another reason why I'm playing this deck. I just like the card a lot. One energy left on my side. Another Goyf attacking for 3. Did I get catapults yet? No, you know what? I forgot about that. Maybe I'll get them. Wasteland on my Elegant Parlor, not super worried about. Once again, the Static Prison is first main phase, so I'm paying a little early here. I do get to see the card I draw. Voice of Victory. It's not bad at all with the Guide of Souls and with the Goblin Bombardment. Could be a nice engine.
Give no energy, right?
Not at the moment.
No energy at the moment. Alec is going to fetch. Does Alec have Force of Will in hand? About to find out, I guess. Nope. Undercity Sewer Surveil. Oh, only 1 card in hand for Alec. I see that now. Dumps a Daze, not very useful, especially under Voice of Victory. Another Bowmaster. Okay.
Gain a life, gain an energy.
Alright, Voice of Victory is in. Gain a life, gain an energy.
Just pass the turn.
So Alex started the turn with no cards in hand. Voice of Victory available on my side. Plus Goblin Bombardment and Guide of Souls. Things could be about to get really ugly. Thoughtseize reveals a Static Prison and gonna take that. I was hanging on to that Static Prison just in case something like Kaito shows up. Alright, another Goyf will get another attack in. Yeah, Voice of Victory plus Goblin Bombardment, folks. Pretty gross. Did Wizards even test the mobilize mechanic? That's what I'm not really sure about.
Swing with this, trigger, make 2 warriors, gain 2 life, gain 2 energy. Yeah.
Alright, so Voice of Victory swinging, 2 warriors, 2 energy, 2 2 life. No blocks.
Go into the end step or whatever before these go away. I'll sack, kill Bowmaster and Bowmaster.
Alright, Bowmasters are down. The Nethergoyf grows a little bit. Not super worried about it.
Go ahead. Oh, he grew now?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty sure.
5.
One card in hand?
Yep.
I will block here. Okay. Take 4.
Should Alec have blocked the Voice of Victory? Triple block?
Use an energy.
Maybe. Down to 1 energy right now. Voice of Victory with another attack. Gonna gain 2 life, gain 2 energy once again.
Gain 2 life, gain 2 energy.
5. I'll take it.
As you can see, the Voice of Victory is gonna hit pretty hard now. And I'm gaining life to offset the attacks from Nethergoyf a bit.
And then
Trying to keep Alec off of hard cast Kaito mana and stuff like that. 2 damage to the face with the warriors.
Okay. All right. Next game.
Moving on to game 2. Post sideboard, not much happens on my side usually. Sometimes I'll side out 2 static prisons for 2 pyroblasts, but this is not a heavily sideboarded matchup for me, anyway, in my opinion. It feels like a pretty good matchup for my deck. Someone recently asked in the chat about bad matchups for energy, and it's usually the at least for the Boros energy. Last night I played against Sneak and Show. That was pretty tough, in my opinion. Felt pretty bad. And lands tends to be kind of tough as well. But tempo decks, I think I take that all day.
good.
Wasteland blows up Underground Sea. Captain says we have seen a lot of Chris on Boros Energy crushing the top tables. I have been at the top tables a bit recently with the energy deck, that's for sure. What tools do I have against Sneak and Show? I have like Static Prison. Caracas can come in handy. Deafening Silence and stuff like that. Actually, the deck I played against last night was just Show and Tell, like Omnitel, actually. I said Sneak and Show, but it was like Omnitel. So 2 games in a row, turn 2 or turn 3, my opponent cast Show and Tell. I put in Caracas, and they put in Omniscience. And I'm just like, okay. They cast a cantrip, cast Emrakul, and I died, you know. I just don't really have a lot of disruption. Dahlia, Guardian of Thraben. Gets dazed. Also, what can be tough with these energy decks, in my opinion, is the control decks, like hard control with lots of board wipes, like Terminus and stuff like that. Just keep wiping my board. Mystic Sanctuary, put Wrath of the Skies back on top. That kind of gameplay can be really hard to grind against. Amp Raptor. I like this card a lot.
2 energy. Cast Sand Scout.
Sand Scout off the top. No desert this time.
It still keeps the text box. Yeah, it's pretty great. No.
Amp Raptor could lead to some crazy moments. Also some epic fail moments, to be honest, but this card is pretty good in the energy deck. Wow, is that an extended art Sand Scout? Is that bling, chat? Looks like bling to me.
Is your name this as the quarter, but like
I'm impressed.
Scattered on, so you're hitting people.
Well, Paradigm's part of
Scattered.
Raptor.
Another Amp Raptor. Uh-oh.
But if you have an old
Voice of Victory.
Yeah. Okay.
Then Voice of Victory. Bowmaster in response. Kill the Amp Raptor. My gold basic land is bling? I think it is, actually. I think it is. It's literally bling.
Did you play one?
What?
Did you play one? I went first.
I don't think I did. No.
I thought you played the.
Oh, did I play a land already? I guess on the replay we'll know for sure. I wasn't tracking it just now.
Last turn I played Amp Raptor with a mana open, didn't I? Because I tapped out to play Thalia. Then I played Amp Raptor with a mana open.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so I think I still have one.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out. The YouTube commenters are going to let me have it if I was wrong. Did I cheat, chat?
Thought about making the land up earlier. Sack trigger.
I hope not. All right, sacking a Marsh Flats, getting a Sand Warrior from the Sand Scout. Voice of Victory we saw go off in the previous game. This card can be kind of nasty. Goblin Bombardment is back.
Target Sand Scout.
All right, chat confirming I'm up a land here because of a daze. Makes sense, I guess. All right, attack it with the Sand Scout. No blocks. Take 2. I have the Goblin Bombardment to save Sand Scout there. Alec, a little bit of a sigh there, realizing that the situation is not great. Snuff out on Voice of Victory is pretty good.
Deal 1 damage to
Yeah, there's always like
you.
yeah.
All right, straight to the face with the sacked Voice of Victory. Snuff out went after it. Important to clear that off the board. Massacre could be decent here. That is one card that I have to watch out for in matchups like this. I tend to be on the aggressive side and just be like, all right, if you have Massacre and ruin my day, so be it. I'm going to deploy some creatures, but I'm reckless in that way. Flow state.
You cannot force a creature. Yeah.
Some Magic players tend to be kind of cautious. I'll hold a creature in hand, whatever. I'm more of the aggressive kind of player that's like, all right, if you have Massacre, I can live with that. I'm going to play as if that card doesn't exist. I lean more in that direction. You got 2 Massacres in your deck? Good luck.
Okay.
Who's with me on that?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nethergoyf, okay. Lotus Petal versus Massacre as a prize. Chose Lotus Petal. You know, Lotus Petal is no longer a cheap Magic card.
That's a 1-1, right? Yeah, it's a 1-1 Sand Warrior.
Yeah, the token is a 1/1 Sand Warrior. Alex is going to attack. My Amp Raptor has first strike. Going to eat something here.
Bowmaster to kill it. First strike. And take 1.
Alec did forget about first strike. Yeah, Amp Raptor does have that ability.
Pull on the chair, you like put your foot on the chair, and like, so you messed up. You're in the principal's office now.
Yeah. I'm a bad influence.
Trigger target Voice of Victory.
You get to do kid.
Okay, Lazotep Quarry. Gonna try and eternalize Voice of Victory here. Sand Scout's going to trigger. I'm going to get a Sand Warrior. And now I have a 4/4 Black Zombie Voice of Victory on the battlefield, which is hard to massacre.
Go ahead.
There's a 4/5 Nethergoyf on Alex's side right now, but I'm not too worried about it.
Yep.
Brainstorm resolves.
Yeah, I think so. Can I?
So you can write down a sheet, and then you say, you've been liking the deck, playing or
For a little bit now, actually, was the populous one actually got me in.
All right, had the Fatal Push. Voice of Victory now exiled forever. It was a token made by Lazatep Quarry.
Do you mind if I just sack it? Sure, whatever. You want that to you?
All right, yeah, sacking it to the bombardment makes sense.
6/4.
Swing with another Goyf. 4/5. Have 2 Sand Warriors available to chump block. Gonna do that. Block, sack, deal 1 damage. Looks like Alec is holding a copy of Flow State right now. We're still in a point in this game where a Murktide showing up or something like that, from Alec's perspective, could be great. I have a Swords of Plowshares in my hand. Kaito could be great. Massacre could be great. This game is not necessarily over at this point. I'm swinging for 4, though.
I'm just imagining the hex that
Take 2. And then regular damage.
one.
All right, Sand Scout gets chump blocked. Amped Raptor gets 2 for 2 first strike damage.
Sweet Robin, yeah. I forget what he says. Yeah.
Sometimes with Sand Scout in play, you can make some completely unnecessary fetches just to make Sand Warriors. And then if your opponent wastelands on their turn, you get another Sand Warrior. So trying to get as many Sand Warriors as we can. Echoing Truth going after the Sand Warriors, though.
Power Blast now. Go ahead.
Pyroblast on the Echoing Truth protects the Sand Warriors. Trying to set up a swing for lethal on the next turn. Am I playing Lightning Bolt or Galvanic Discharge? I am not. I am not. Lightning Bolt plus Swords to Plowshares in the same deck doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, personally. Some people do that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, you could even fail to find with the Sand Scout in play and still be happy to get a Sand Warrior. Yeah, some of them energy decks, though, do have black for Thoughtseize, Cabal Therapy, and Bowmaster. And it can be pretty good against combo. I was talking about bad matchups for this deck. Against combo, having the discard spells can be really good. All right, Kaito has stunned Ant Raptor. Kaito, not bad right here. Swords on Nethergoyf on end step. Nethergoyf gone. Kaito with a little bit less protection right now. Could be in trouble.
Draw. Go to combat. 2 at Kaito. 2 at you.
All right, Kaito gets knocked out. 2 damage comes through on Alec.
I'll waste your Open Underground Sea. Trigger, make a sand.
Firing off the Wasteland Sorcery Speed. Get the sand. I can only get a sand once a turn, so if Alec wants to Wasteland me on his own turn, he's more than welcome.
Yep.
flow state to start. Alec is at 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power on the board available to attack on the next turn. So this could be over soon. Needs Massacre pretty badly right now. Tameo, Brainstorm, not bad, not bad.
Oh, you have cards on?
I have no cards in hand.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Now I have to make a choice whether to kill Tameo. Brainstorm, I'm going to let it resolve, put the Tameo ability on the stack. All right, before Tameo transforms, I'm going to sack 3 Sand Warriors and kill it. I got a lot of my power off the board and potential damage from bombardment. Ant Raptor loses its last stun counter.
I'm going to cast Amber.
Another Ant Raptor getting force, pitching force. Seems appropriate. Attacking for 2. Alec down to 6. Ant Raptor will be available in the next turn. Massacre could be great here to stabilize.
Yep.
Another Goyf ain't bad. Escaping a second Nethergoyf. 2 blockers now. 2 4/5s on Alec's side. 6 life. I guess they're 5/6s actually because of the Planeswalker. 2 5/6 Nethergoyfs available to block now, and now I could be in some trouble.
Ocelot Pride.
Ocelot Pride, not bad.
Go ahead. Yep.
Flow state. Still looking for that Massacre. Alec is aware that wastelanding me isn't great. Ocelot Pride is only if I have gained life on my end step. I do not have City's Blessing yet.
Before box.
Oh, for loss.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Nethergoyf attacks. After blocks, make a Kaito. Stun Ocelot Pride. Pass the turn. Alec kind of taking over here. 1 stun counter now on Ocelot Pride.
Sorry. Yeah, they're still okay.
Ocelot Pride. Or City's Blessing.
Second Ocelot Pride comes in. I do get the City's Blessing. Goblin Bombardment is available. I'm thinking about, do I want to trade some creatures for this Kaito right now?
Attack Kaito with both of these.
I'll block the first striker.
Alright, I will sack it, deal 1 damage to you, and then Kaito takes 2.
Kaito down. Amp Raptor gets sacked after getting blocked.
Go ahead.
Alec down to 5. Does have that other Nethergoyf in hand. Yeah, Goblin Bombardment can be so good on boards like this. Did we have lethal if we attacked Alec instead? Deal 2 damage. Oh, shoot. Maybe we did. Maybe. I did miss that, maybe. Because I could sack my whole board. Yeah. Okay, a bombardment went after my pride. I sacked it in response. Tamio plus Bowmaster. Alec is at 4.
You can just leave this, but yeah.
Is there any way I get punished from doing that?
Castle Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny off the top, probably game winning here.
Make a cat warrior. That game? Wait, hold on. I don't want to slow roll you here.
I think if you just sack everything.
Yeah.
Right,
You have no cards in hand?
Yeah.
I'll just do that. Good games.
All right, GG. Sack the cat warrior, flip a Johnny, deal damage to you, make a cat, sack everything. Yeah, more than enough. Got there. I probably did miss an attack. I got distracted, I guess, by Kaito and missed an attack that could have ended the game the previous turn. I was... Did Alec have any cards in hand?
Any card in your hand is a win.
I mean, Magic probably would consider doing something like that if it hadn't come so far that it would break the game.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, they did do it with the Zendikar Rising, mobile double face cards, and stuff like that. Like, they've dabbled.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, that's a different thing.
All right, getting ready to go. Mishra's Bauble, or we are ready to go. Mox Opal, Seed of the Synod. Kaplan back on the left with Affinity. Derek joins us on the right with Merfolk. Thoughtcast has hit the stack. Is this a sign that the format is healthy, chat? We just saw Thoughtcast.
Okay. Good to go?
Please.
Mishra's Bauble takes a look.
Upkeep. Draw for turn. I never imagined you playing Affinity, and I think this is going to be even more interesting. I'll wasteland the sign note.
All right, Wasteland on the Seed of the Synod. I don't know if the players knew what they were up against here. Not completely clear at this point what Derek is up to from Kaplan's side, potentially. Lotus Petal.
Attack 20 to 19. Yeah.
Oh, it's not a
Fetch back down to 19. I guess I'll
Responsible for otherworldly doubles.
You're doing that.
it's just surreal.
Am I going to get run over?
Fantastic card.
Of course, I'm getting run over.
All right, the Fantasticar has hit the stack. Mox Opal triggers the Fantasticar.
Don't worry, it's only 16.
Yeah. I mean, I used to play, nice.
Legit.
So it's like, for me, I enjoy this.
Yeah.
For 2.
I go to 4.
Make a cat. And then it's your.
Derek accepts the damage. Yeah, Derek seems to be enjoying this, doesn't he?
Probably.
Sure.
Yep.
Quick time.
Yep.
Saw your preview GTA 6.
You're up.
Can Derek get out of this somehow? Or is this game over? I honestly don't know. What can Merfolk do here?
Sure.
Chalice on 1.
Sure. Vroom vroom, game 2.
All right, moving on to game 2.
4.
Of course you play the card. I should have known. I knew it was like, play this. I gotta put one back.
All right. Now Derek will be on the play. Derek seemed to enjoy everything that went on in game 1, which is interesting. 1 card on the bottom for Derek. Multi 6. Seems like Dave kept 7. Turn 1, Aether Vial. Yeah, that was a turn 2 car, right? Or was that turn 1? Wait a second. No, it was turn 2, right? Because it was the Wasteland on Seed of the Synod. Yeah.
That's fine.
Urza Saga. Pass the turn. Vial up to 1. I'm interested to see how this plays out now, though. So the Merfolk deck does run cards like Force of Will, Force of Negation, whatever, Disruption.
That's fine.
Yeah, this could be kind of interesting. I don't know how this is gonna go. Post sideboard. Ancient Tomb pass, so the plan appears to be to make some constructs. Either Vial up to 2. Cavern on Merfolk is on the board. Could be relevant. The Merfolk deck sometimes also has bounce spells and stuff like that, which could be effective against not just the constructs we're about to see, but the car.
That's fine.
There's a construct.
I'm gonna respond to the. Oh yeah, you have priority first.
No, you can respond.
Yeah,
It's a trigger.
yeah. I'm just saying when I'm gonna respond for the. Yeah, so it can go to 3, and I'm gonna respond to the trigger for searching.
That does happen.
Okay, so Urza Saga's Chapter 3 ability is on the stack, apparently. Dave is going to make a construct.
Priority passed.
Am I showing
I'll
you
activate
the
Vial.
miracle at that point? Or
Yeah.
Okay, so I show you the miracle, then I say insert on fetching.
Yep.
I'm not playing
My
anything with
Hexcatcher.
miracles. That was just
Sure.
And, yeah, you can search.
you know, just in case.
Okay, Vodalian Hexcatcher flashed in before the Saga search. Not really sure what's up with that.
You know what? They should put you in charge of designing the cards.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think that's what we learned today.
But a second construct has been made. Dave now searching for a 0 or 1 artifact. Mox Opal, okay.
Okay. Little Mox Opal.
Wanted to use the Vial before Needle shut off Vial.
Yep.
But Hexcatcher, I don't know. I guess just getting the Hexcatcher on the board is fine. Maybe I'm overthinking.
Non-creature spell. At one point, that would have been
Curse Catcher.
it would have been instants or sorceries only.
Oh yeah.
I'll play a pedal.
Pedal is fine.
Play another pedal.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep it.
All right, 2 petals. The Fantasticar back on the stack.
I'm gonna cast Sink into Stupor to bounce it to your hand. It's on stack.
Okay, sink it to Stupor to disrupt the Fantasticar, it seems. Not bad. While it's still on the stack. Was it better to wait for its 4th spell ability to be on the stack? Maybe this is a bit more cautious.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Thought Monitor.
That's fine. Draw 2.
Because then, if Dave responds to the Sink It to Stupor with a spell, he can't do the Fantasticar thing. So well played there, I think. Thought Monitor pretty good.
Another pedal.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just checking your storm count.
Derek is playing this well. Gigantic attack from a construct right now. 7/7.
Take for 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'll go 13. Ow.
Play another Thought Monitor.
Sure.
Another Thought Monitor. Sheesh. Draw 2.
Random card from your hand. That's
Yeah.
really good. Okay.
All right, we're about to see a random card from Derek's hand. It will be... Oh, Flood Pit Drowner.
Okay. Otherworldly.
Look it out for you.
Appreciate it. I will pass.
Untap, upkeep. Draw. Yeah, that's fine.
So Derek played it well as far as stopping the Fantasticar here in game 2, but has 2 7/7-ish constructs and 2 Thought Monitors to worry about now.
Give us a
Left the Vial on 2. Flip It Strandor is a 2.
Give him 6 life.
The stun, then Shuffle It Away ability could work against a construct.
I'm gonna pass.
Alright, just pass the turn. 2 unknown cards in Derek's hand. Kaplan has a whole bunch of cards in hand. We could potentially see another attempt at Fantasticar combo.
You have Flood Pit and 2 other cards.
Yeah.
When this comes back, can I exile something for it?
Yep.
10.
Fantastic card with 1 colorless floating.
Okay, Fantasticar up first this turn. 1 colorless floating.
Yep.
Henry,
Sinorna says the car comes to NYC. It has arrived.
okay.
And can this take any?
Bobble. Any non-land.
Sure.
Versus Bobble.
Yep.
Okay, that's 3 spells. 1 more. Could be game, potentially. Maybe. Not sure what Derek could have to stop this Fantasticar at this point.
I'll just EE for 0.
Engineering explosives for 0. Trigger Fantasticar.
Do it.
Tishana's Tidebinder.
All right, Tishana's Tidebinder. Let's go.
How much cards do you have? 5. Just the 5? Sync?
Yep. I go to 9.
Sink into stupor in
You
response.
have no mana open right now, right?
You're right.
Response. Activate Vial.
Yeah.
Drowner trigger for the Drowner. I'm gonna tap down a Construct.
Sure.
It was stun. Yeah, that's fine. Use this.
All right, Flood Pit's Drowner is going to get vialed in. It's going to stun a construct and sack to counter Sink into Stupor. And it seems like Tidebinder is going to counter the ability of the Fantasticar and shut off its abilities.
It just sits there, yeah.
All right. I dig it. Folks, are you seeing this? This is the meta.
7 in the air. Yep. Go to 2. You're at 30. Go to.
What about the car, Chad?
That's it. Yeah. Can you do anything before? Like.
Big attack coming in, though. Derek does need to do something about these constructs and thought monitors.
9.
Yeah.
I have to block. Declare blocks.
Oh, way to kill it.
I'll block with
Dude,
the
that was a really good
Hex
save on my
Capture
turn.
on the construct, so I'll take 4.
Yeah. I got really lucky with that.
All right, so Hexcatcher will chump block the construct. Double Urza's Bauble. Reveals Lord of Atlantis.
Do that twice.
Yep.
And pass.
Upkeep triggers.
Draw 2.
Yep. I'll leave this on 2. Draw for turn?
Yeah.
I'll activate Vial.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, Lord of Atlantis is in. Kaplan is at 10. There's no way we can do 10 damage this turn, right?
I'll swing for 4.
There's 6.
Sending phase for blue. Mindspring Merfolk.
Okay, Mindspring Merfolk got some blockers. Is Derek gonna race here successfully? It's looking like that's a possibility. Mindspring Merfolk card that many of you may not have seen before. It was an Aether Drift. So the final stun counter gets removed from the construct. 1 construct, looks like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. and 2 thought monitors on Kaplan's side.
It's it doesn't have anything because of the tie bind. It's just sits there.
I've never seen a.
Yeah, Fantastic Art no longer has abilities. Derek is right. Tidebinder looked pretty nice just now.
Okay. Neither of those have flying, right?
Nothing has flying. They have island walk though.
Is this what it's going to be like when Noctis hits the meta, chat? Could be. We're all going to be underwater together. Swimming around. We're all just a bunch of little fishies in freaking Noctis. This game sucks.
I almost kept the game. Like missing every piece of my comments. Like I didn't have one piece. It's like a little disruption. And then it was when all the world gaze on top. And it's just like, okay, like, which was my
Yeah, Noctis is probably going to be full of mistake designs. All right, big attack. 7-7 or 8-8 or whatever. Construct probably going to get chump blocked. And 2 thought monitors coming in. Derek potentially with another Lord could attack for lethal on the next turn. Dave rather has to be careful here. Mindspring Merfolk's going to chump. Derek goes to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Okay, Thought Monitor available to block. Draw 2, not bad.
Yeah, because either way, we're going to concept. You can still Kaido.
Attack. 18, 19, 20.
I'm saying before that.
Go to my instant. Capital.
Yeah.
Fetch. All right, 18 for you.
Yeah.
Emery.
Okay, Emery not too bad. Reveals basically nothing interesting. Kaplan does not have an island, so island walk doesn't really matter right now. Kaplan's at 6. Derek has no cards in hand. This is kind of close. Mishra's Bauble takes a look. Derek's top card. I did not see it. Seemed like Kaplan had to read it for a moment.
Yeah. Untap upkeep. I'm gonna leave it on 2. Draw.
Okay, Vial stays on 2. Draw card. What was that card? I didn't see what that was. Mindspring Merfolk was summoning sick.
You're at 6?
This is close. Look like Derek. Unfortunately, it looks like Derek is not going to be able to get there. The constructs came from an Urza Saga that was in this game a very long time ago at this point. The last stun counter was removed from the construct. So there's going to be 2 available now. Tide Shaper kicked. Tide Shaper plus a Lord would be game here. Derek might have just needed another turn or something. Makes an Ancient Tube into an island. But might not have enough here. Swings for 4. Ugh.
Just the tie bind.
Okay. Yeah.
For 4. I'm on draw card.
I'm at 6.
I have a 6 right now.
You have no cards in hand.
I have no cards in hand. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. I just rolled some. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'll just throw everything in.
15.
I'm just gonna throw everything in. I can.
This is for
Island.
blue.
That's blue. Yeah.
This is for
Oh, what's the blue one drop called? The one that turns something into an island. I just said it a moment ago. Tide, whatever. It's blue, and then it costs 1 blue, and then for kicker, you can turn target land into an island. But a dismember here will end the game. So close to kind of closing it out there on Derek's side. I don't know if you sign up for magic events with your Merfolk deck thinking like I'm totally going to crush all the combo decks, but close. No, not Seize Claim. It's like, oh man, it's Tide something. Tide Shaper. Tide Shaper is the one. I could not think of the name of the card for a moment there. I think because Tide Binder was on the battlefield, I just kept thinking Tide Binder, but that is not correct. That's what that one drop was that Derek played. Anyway, close, but couldn't quite get there on the Merfolk side. Chat saying whenever I see Derek playing Merfolk, he's getting destroyed. Derek made top 8 of the 90s MTG Open kind of unexpectedly a few months ago on Merfolk. And just like crushed everybody all day up until the playoff rounds. As everybody was trying to flow state. Everybody thought flow state was completely broken that weekend. And tried to max out their win percentage with flow state, but Derek was one step ahead.
Keeping.
All right, Derek joins us again on Merfolk on the right. Herman back with breakfast.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
1 card on the bottom for Herman. Looks like Derek kept 7. Turn 1, either vial. Good start.
Sea Ponder.
Yep.
Turn 1, Ponder. Clever to play the Underground Sea. Kind of makes it unclear what we're up against.
Draw. Wasteland? I'll pass.
Cy Norna was asking me between rounds about superheroes in NYC and mentioning Ex Machina. Wasn't there a movie called Ex Machina? Was that what the movie was called? Where Oscar Isaac builds a robot and it's in like some facility and this other actor whose name I can't remember falls in love with the robot. I thought that movie was great. Is that what you're talking about? Was that in NYC? I don't remember that. I don't know.
Tell me that's good.
Harry Houdini tends to be working during the stream. I hope the 90s MTG streams can help some of you, whether you're watching live or watching later, get through a workday, for sure. Tidebinder is on the board, no kicker.
Carousel's naming Merfolk?
Yep.
Tide Shaper, sorry. Tide Shaper does not need to be kicked here. Already have an island on Herman's side. There was a Wasteland, Lord of Atlantis now.
I'm gonna actually activate Vial now. Combat? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
This gets +1 as long as I have an
Here's you have an island. 15?
13, 21 for me.
Cards in hand.
2.
All right, attacking for 4 with the Tide Shaper. Seeing a little bit of how fast the Merfolk deck can knock you out.
22. And then it's your go.
Sayonara says Ex Machina is a common phrase, Latin for from the machine. Gotcha. Okay, so maybe you were talking about something completely different. Anyway. Brainstorm with Tamio on the battlefield could be interesting. Hexcatcher could stop it, potentially.
I'm not just sack to counter it.
Sure.
All right, Tide Shaper sacks to counter Brainstorm. Stop Tamio from flipping over. Nomads and Core.
Untap upkeep, trigger for the vial. I'll put it on 3. Draw.
Vial up to 3. Wonder what 3s Derek could have.
Yeah, this is what is it? 3, 2, 2, 2, yeah.
The Merfolk decks tend to prey on fair blue, but with cards like Hexcatcher, they have some disruption against combo.
I'm gonna copy Lord of Atlantis. Activate Vial.
Copying Lord of Atlantis with Phantasmal Image, then Sfaloon, I can never pronounce that thing, comes in as well. Lots of damage coming in.
7, so you go to 8. Pass. If you have it, you have it.
Well, I may have to deal with the fishy guy.
Svilen, whatever. Urza Saga comes in. Derek says if you have it, you have it. But Derek does have 4 Merfolk in play to sack to Hexcatcher to counter stuff, so I'm not sure if you have it is enough here. Illusionist on the stack. Gonna start milling. Narcomoeba. To flashback Dread Return, there could be a 4 tax on it.
You didn't play Trop this turn already?
One more time. I see Loki, God of Mischief, just got milled.
Yeah, I'll take it back. I think you actually made it right. Sorry.
Yeah. Alright.
Do it again.
Sure.
That was a Source to Plowshares, just got milled. Cabal Therapy. Derek has no cards in hand. Herman kind of cautiously milling here, trying to see what he can get away with, maybe. Aware that attacks on Dread Return doesn't allow him to complete the combo of flashing back Dread Return here for Thassa's Oracle with no cards in the library and win the game.
A lot of power and toughness, and then Ward 1. And Sibun's indestructible.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're targeting Cephalid Illusionist over and over again to mill the library with Nomads and Core. I just saw an Orum's Chant. Now another Narcomoeba. Dread Return is now in the graveyard. Herman with maybe 10, 15 cards left in the deck approximately.
Okay.
Herman's going to pause here, but might still get clobbered on the attack next turn by all these Merfolk with Island Walk. Can't source the Plowshare as much because of Ward from Svilen.
I'm gonna try and guess Gobble Performance.
Or whatever that card is called.
That's fine.
Derek might have this one.
Actually, we did on the
Yeah.
Maybe it looks like less than 10 cards.
Okay.
Okay, continuing the milling.
Oh, 3 cards.
Oh, 3 cards left in the library now. Okay, it looked a little bit more than that, but only 3 cards left in the library apparently. I guess that makes sense. The graveyard is pretty big. Thinking about all the devotion we have right now. Is Thassa's Oracle in the yard? Did we see that? Okay, flashing back Dread Return. Sacked a couple creatures.
And Dread returns on stack, right? I just want to see that you're only one, right?
3, 19. That's my only one. Draw card.
Only one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna sack the Lord of Land's Phantasmas to make it pay 1 more.
Okay.
And you have no more mana right now, right? I'm just seeing what I'm gonna sack.
I mean, this does buy Herman some time, making Derek sack some creatures for sure. Is it time to sack the Hexcatcher?
Oh yeah, you may have another one of that thing.
Another Thassa's Oracle could be a consideration if it's one of those 3 cards. Sack the Hexcatcher, Dread Return is countered. I guess there's a Thassa's Oracle in the graveyard. I just didn't see it. But I guess it's in there.
Untap, I'll leave us on 3. Draw.
Yep.
Maybe you all saw it. All right, moving to combat. Swing with Svilin, draw a card.
Or 4 trigger for the draw, or straw. Yeah, just 4. Second main phase. I'll pass.
Just gonna pass after that. Herman is at 4. 2 cards in hand for Derek. There's a Cabal Therapy in Herman's graveyard. 3 Narcomoebas in play. Urza Saga just reached chapter 2. Herman scoops.
Wow.
Game 1 went to Merfolk. Derek played that well. Looks like Thassa's Oracle is in the opening hand here for Herman for game 2. That could matter.
Spider-Man?
You ever draft the dark?
No, you can't. You literally cannot.
It's the worst draft set ever.
It is pretty bad.
19.
Turn 1 Ponder here for Herman.
How do you draft the dark though? It was not designed for it.
I
Take
drafted
2 packs.
Chronicles one time. It was pretty
Have you drafted Fallen Empires before?
I've done.
Have you drafted Fallen Empires, chat?
ready to go? Go.
I've done a sealed involving Fallen Empire, so it's actually not bad. I mean, get him to Torok.
We're hearing bits of a conversation here.
Goblin Grenade, you also.
Every once in a while on social media, I'll see somebody like, Spider-Man was the worst limited set of all time. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
Definitely not draft.
There have been some really bad limited sets. And I think we just erupted in a whole conversation about limited. Me and Herman and a couple of others played quite a bit of limited. I haven't played limited frequently in years. I do watch some limited on the YouTubes, though. I've been enjoying watching people draft Marvel superheroes quite a bit. Tamio.
Untapped turf. Wow.
Which brings me to a question that I'm wondering. YouTube commenters, you chime in as well. Not related to Legacy or Eternal constructed formats necessarily, but what YouTube channels related to Magic, or if you want to plug something else, go ahead, should we check out Like, what channel am I missing out on right now? Did anybody find anything interesting that they want to share with the class? Make a recommendation? I feel like I'm due to discover a new channel that I like. Mindspring Merfolk just hit the board.
I'll go to my
Yeah,
next step.
basic plays, what am I saying?
Cat. And then it's your alright, proceed.
It'll just be a tight shaper. Yep. Okay, my turn.
Tide Shaper in.
Swords it.
No. Yeah, you're fine.
Better yet, and feel free to plug your own thing in the YouTube comments or in our Twitch chat, whatever. I'm always down for people plugging their stuff. Channels that have nothing to do with Magic that you think I would like for any reason, tell me. I'm looking for some new stuff to watch. Send me your recommendations.
I'll go to combat. Just 3.
My YouTube feed is getting boring. Happy says Gab is always fun. What's Gab?
What's that?
Yeah, you know that.
I don't know that one.
Well, technically.
Yep.
Oh, Gab Nassif. Oh. I wasn't even, I was like, not even realizing that that's what you were talking about.
End step activate bot.
All right, end step activating vial. Sig River Cutthroat. Let's go.
Yeah, priority.
And then I'll sword save.
I go to 21.
All right, Sig is getting swords. Respecting Sig River Cutthroat. It's gone.
I'll leave this on 2.
Vial stays on 2. Looks like a Wasteland came in on the Merfolk side. A 2-mana Merfolk could provide evasion and more power on the board right now. These Merfolk decks can deliver a fast knockout of unblockable craziness and disruption, as we saw in Game 1. Harry Houdini says 90s MTG is my recommendation, is their recommendation. The host can drone on, but the play is at a really high level. And you know what? I agree.
4.
Yeah, Mercenary is right. It took a while for a lot of the longtime Magic pros and some of the greatest players to like establish YouTube channels and stuff like that. And I think technology advancing a bit has allowed them to do so, and that's a great thing. Players like Gab Nassif, although I feel like Gab specifically has been streaming for a long time, but I think now we get to see these people more easily play on their own terms in their own time, kind of thing. All right, so that's a brainstorm. Tamio could be about to flip. That would slow down the clock a bit. Vial is on 2. We could see some nasty stuff get vialed in still.
0 right now, but you get 2. How we get 2 and then you flip into.
Plus Tamio.
That's fine. 2 energy. All that. Johnny. Sure.
Active balance. Go on my turn.
That's in, and before you go, you turn.
All right, Hexcatcher getting swords before untap. Ledelian Hexcatcher, quite disruptive. It was really important in Game 1.
Go on my turn. Up to
Johnny. Yeah.
draw. Activate vial. Combat.
Yep.
So let's see.
All right, Master of the Pearl Trident just got vialed in.
Yeah, so goes 1. So 1, 2, 3.
Basically, put the power up. Yes. The things to negate each other.
Oh yeah. So I'll swing it at it should be enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is for just so it's right now it's 5 and then
Minus
minus
2, 3. Yeah. That's fine.
Make 2 warrior.
All right, Tamio down to 1. Dextro, thank you for the resub at tier 1. 41 months. Appreciate you. Tamio pluses to 3. Azak recommending Frank Carson has been doing a series on the stats of deck building and TCG player channel. Okay. Maybe I'll check that out. That's the kind of rec I'm looking for.
Go to my step. Orders go away. And then
I'm looking for sleeper bangers that nobody's heard of yet. More than anything. I want to find a YouTube channel with like... Ideally, what I love doing is finding a YouTube channel with like less than 1,000 subscribers, but just putting out really great videos. That's one of my favorite things. And I want to like discover them. In a sense.
Good.
Alright, Swords takes out the Master of the Pull Trident. Another one comes in. Tamio gets knocked out. There's an Archamoeba on the board. But it can't block because of Island Walk.
So yeah. Cards name? None? Two. Open it, shop return.
Herman in some trouble here. Does Derek have a way to stop an attempt at combo, though? I see Shuko in Herman's hand. Tamio comes in. Another spell for turn is Shuko. Just going to pass, though. Maybe a relief for Derek.
Draw. Activate Vial. Play another Master. Combat.
Another Master of the Pearl Trident getting vialed in.
3. So I think this is 3 and 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4.
This is, yeah.
4 and 3.
So if you have 3s, and that's 4.
Yep. So I'll say 4, 7, 10.
Go to 1.
Swinging for 10. Herman's going to go to 1.
Go.
Sack a clue. There's still a chance Herman combos off.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like Derek would have a way to stop it, potentially.
Trigger is good. Yep.
Another clue getting sacked.
Good games.
Merfolk gets it. Ooh, double consign in hand. That was gross. All right. All right. Merfolk, everybody. Wake up. This is the meta. GG. GG. This is the meta now. It's 2026, everybody. They're taking over. We're ramping up the Merfolk takeover for Noctis next year, when we're all going to be underwater swimming around. It's all falling apart. Wow. Well, folks, you know what to do. Which is stick around for a raid. Keep an eye on our Discord. That's how you'll know when we're live. And what we're up to when we're not live, too. I'll see everybody soon. Stay dangerous, as Mercenary always says. Peace out. I like it.